So, getting ready to assemble lawnmower engine number 1 here. This one's a bit of a mix and match. It's a 78 block that belonged to my friend. It's got some scores in the cylinder. I think it got run low on oil a time or two. For the crankshaft, the proper length, I measured each one of them out there. This one needs to be 1 9/16 from the back of the crankcase cover to the end of the sprocket, this direction. So this crankshaft foots the bill. It's a new crankshaft with the sintered metal gear. I broke one of them in half before, so I JB welded this one to the crankshaft. Hopefully that'll take up any slight amount of slack. It was in the 327 stacker that happened on, 3-cylinder. So I'm going to run one of these plastic camshafts because they're lighter than the steel ones, and hoping that'll what do you want to call it, there won't be any vibrational dynamics going on that break the gear like it did the last time. So anyway, now onto the crankcase cover. I just wanted to document this mainly. So I got my fin JB'd in there. The oil swirl comes this way and it'll hit the fin, then it'll go down into the slot, and then around the slot on the inside to feed most of the length, and plugged up this drain slot. Did the same thing, something similar on the camshaft side there. So hopefully that'll feed the cam good enough. So anyway, I just wanted to document that before I put it together. My intention is maybe I'll have a midweek video here of this. I'm going to try to butcher up some type of intake manifold to a stock Briggs carb. I don't care if I have to hold on the gas tank or something. I'll make something work for a short test run. Basically just testing the oiling system out. Make sure they're not going to seize up after 2 minutes of use. They shouldn't. One that wasn't modified this much ran on our go-kart for, well, it'll have to be a few hours at least. So we'll see how it all works out here. Okay, so here I built a little test engine for testing the oiling system. This will be cylinder number 1 with a different starter cover. Just hose clamped a normal Briggs gas tank on it there with a little extension. So hopefully she'll start up here. I have to man the throttle and hold the gas tank, but okay, so that's enough of a test. I'll look at the engine and see how the oiling system is held up. So, okay, sure. So I've torn the engine apart there that I just ran, and you can see how close the dipper comes. It's less than 1/4 inch from the crankcase cover. Got my washer spacer here that replaces the normal lawnmower type paddle wheel dipper. And then the JB welded and ground crankcase cover here, and I don't see any unusual wear. It was already a worn casing, so those scratches you see in the crankshaft journal there were already there. The camshaft one, it's looking fine. So it looks like everything was getting adequate lube. The crankshaft, I'm not even going to pull the rod back apart and have a look at the con rod, because I'm sure it was getting plenty of oil. Turns over fine. The rod isn't loose or anything. So I ran a total of about 10 minutes. So that's long enough. If you're not getting oil on something, you'll find out in that amount of time. I ran one about 2 minutes without oil one time, and it did a pretty good number on the cylinder wall even in that amount of time. So anyway, it looks like I can go ahead and make like 5 more of these for the 12 cylinders. So I got 4 crankcase covers done, so a couple more of them, and then build up the rest of the engines. So this is going to be my midweek video here to just showing that I did get a successful run out of the oiling system on this engine.